Well, hello there. Welcome in to the Calhoun's Bob Ross Hour here on the Lifeboat. I'm glad you guys decided to come out for this. It's a big deal around here, you know. Equalizer, Caitlin, Jeremy Fowler, good to see you guys. We are going to continue painting some flowers today. And I've had some more ideas about the water as well. So I don't know. We're gonna play around with some different colors and mixes and gonna have ourselves some fun. Scooby Lee, Roseanne, good to see you guys. Welcome in. I think I'm gonna start with the flowers though, because I am certain about that. I believe last time we used a mix of fluorescent peach red 00831 and white, I think it was that simple. We'll see. We'll see. I did not write it down. How is everyone today? Hey, Jane, good to see you. Rusty Meadows. I needed to do something to try and contain this mess up here, so I figured this bandana would do the trick. All right. We're going to use this bad boy, I think, for these flowers. I'm going to put a little more white in there if I can muster it up. Although I don't want to use all my white on these flowers, so actually I might just go with this bubblegum color. Maybe we can do something else to lighten it up instead of using all of our white. Am I missing a color here? We still have this other white. It's fine. It's fine. Put just a bit more. Barbara, hello, hello. Good to see you, Sandy Wandy. What is going on? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. It's all good in the neighborhood on Monday. On Monday. Yeah, so we're just going to go ahead and mix up this white and this pink here. Make it a little bit lighter so that our happy little flowers are just their happiest little possible selves. And it's going to be real nice. I'm really excited about it. And the way we're going to do this is just so. Kind of clean off our brush so there's not too much, and I'm just going to press it on there. We're going to press it on there. I'm just going to do that 5 times in a circle. It's going to be awesome. And you know, I continue to do so, and then I'll come back and do the centers later. I'm doing 5 petals on each. Ooh. That was going to be a huge one, I guess. Happy little accidents. You're gonna be a little bit more careful with some of these so that they don't look like that. Gibson Murphy, welcome aboard. Good to see you. Monk Searcher. Been a while, man. Good to see you. You rock, dude. You rock. Stopping by to give support. I've been working on sketch portraits today, learning, you and me both. That's all we can do. And in fact, it's quite fun learning new things, I have to say. Thanks for stopping by, Gibson. Millie, what's going on? Good to see you. Hope you get some good rest, Millie. Rusty Meadows, good to see you. I feel like this isn't the best brush for this, but there we go. Maybe it's just the amount of paint on the brush makes a big deal. Hey, Kathy Ann, good to see you. I hope you're feeling better. I have all of this pink. I keep using far too much paint when I mix the colors together. I wonder what else we could put the pink on. What else we could do with it. Put some in the clouds. It's not very realistic that they're white. I mean, not that this is a realistic painting, but maybe I should put some pink in the clouds, huh? We're going to do that differently, though. I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm going to use this other brush. Hey, Amy, welcome aboard. Robin Miners. This wig does get a little hot, but it's kind of cold in here. I will inevitably take it off before we're done. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. It gets itchy. Okay, we're going to use this other brush because I feel like it. And let's put some of that over here. Let's get a little bit of water. Let's put that in there. So now what I'm doing is I'm taking a little bit of this pink paint and I'm mixing it with water to thin it out. Just want like maybe even more water on there, to be honest. Just kind of creaming it up here. And then I'm going to put it on the clouds in some spots and see if we can't you can't even see that on the camera. It literally doesn't show up on the camera at all. That's so interesting. It shows up real good to my eyes. Maybe once it dries, it'll look different. Let's see. I want to let it dry for just a sec, and then I'm going to come back and kind of wipe it around. Hmm. You know, I think I am going to do that again, minus the second part. So I liked how it looked with like just a little bit of pink on it. Left hand was a good move. I wasn't sure if that was going to work out. To your guys' eyes, on my second camera, to my eyes, it looks like nothing's changing. But I assure you, everything is changing. There's pink everywhere. I assure you. I wonder. Maybe kind of see the pink without the glare, just a little bit. Well, anyways, I wish that showed up on the camera better. Okay, I'm going to come back and do the center of these flowers. Yes, center of the flowers. Rusty Meadows asks, is the focal point the tree, the lightning, the lake? I think it's going to be the swing. But I mean, I didn't create the painting with a focal point in mind. I'm just kind of playing it by ear. So it might not entirely make perfect sense as we go along here. Good to see you, Miso Smokes. Just reading and thinking. Is this the cloud you're talking about softening, Gibson? Or this one? I feel like this one looks softer. I feel like this one looks a little out of place. I don't know. I feel like yeah, this one, right? That's what I thought. Yeah, it does look a little, it does need to be softened. It's this white bubble here is so super duper white, which I guess isn't inherently the problem, but it is how I notice it, is that that little corner draws my eye. What we need is to come back with some more gray for that, I think. We'll make it look better. We'll do that right now as well, while I'm thinking about it, while I'm visualizing. And this top piece could just like disappear. It's still pretty rough. I'll work on it over a period of time. I don't want to. Sure, I'll come up with a different idea as well. Yeah, I think the nipple on top is not my best work either. I might just have to come back and make it look like skies right there or something, which we can probably do pretty easy. I'm gonna let that dry and come back on top of it with a little bit of blue. Let that dry, come back on top of it with a little bit of pink or gray, one of the two. I'm probably going to put some white on this blue or some yellow on this blue. I guess there's enough of both of those colors underneath already. I just don't want to overpower everything. I just kind of want it to blend together real nice, you know? And then that should serve to take the top of that off. So I've got the blue and the white, and I've got the pink from earlier. I'm kind of mixing them together as well just to see what will happen. You never know what you've got on your palette until you put it all together. Just kidding. By that logic, you've got brown on your palette, I promise. That is not a bad mixture. I'm going to thin it out because I also don't want it to overpower everything. I want it to go together. And honestly, I'm probably going to wipe some of this off too. I want it partially dry. Yes, yes. See? We're going to literally redo just a small section of the sky here. And we're all going to be better for it. So I dried my brush, dipped my brush, dried my brush, like 1, 2, 3, and came through. I am now going to wet my brush again to get whatever's on my brush off, whatever colors, dry it thoroughly, and I'm going to come back with an almost dry brush to move this stuff around. But a little bit of water. I guess I do want a little bit, not too much. Yes, and now yes, perfect. Okay. I struggled with making this work. This was one of the first things I tried to learn. There's just too much blue on it now. I mean, I guess it's not too much, but maybe not enough pink is the right way to say that. We'll add a little bit more, just a bit. I'm surprised that that worked out like it did. It still kind of does look doctored. I wonder. I wonder if I can change those stroke marks. But this is also probably a skill that I'm going to want to get good at because the only trouble is the coloring, right? You want it to match when you do stuff like this. You go back and change things. Maybe I need some of that yellow in there, huh? I think it's already there. We're just going to do this. I'm just going to use the water more. Take color from the stuff next to it. There's the answer right there. That's smarts. Not terrible. Not terrible. I still might play with that spot a little bit more later. I want it to be a little bit darker than it is. So I'm not sure that yeah, I'm not certain. I want to think on that one. I want to think on that little spot. I think it just needs a little bit of gray, but my sometimes I'm colorblind. Not all the time, just sometimes. Yep, you can't paint wrong. You can only paint right. Thank you, Gibson. Thank you very much. I really appreciate your support. Heck yeah. I'm really excited to go get some really small, like firmer paint bristled paintbrushes for like fine detail work, so that I can really start playing around and trying different things. So I said I would put the center on these flowers, and I never did. I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and I'm pretty sure I just used like straight up black or a very, very dark blue. But I'm gonna go ahead and use black. Maybe black with a little bit of carmine. Carmine 0316. Wait, 0318. I can read. And black 0753. And we'll go back to this brush for this. That red did not change it a whole lot, but it did change it enough. When it gets thin, I don't know if you can see that, but it does kind of look like a little purpley, kind of like the dark color on cherry blossoms, right? That's the idea here. Although paler pink would have been ideal. I screwed that one up. It's okay. It's okay. It's a happy little mistake. Oh. All right. Without addressing the tree or the swing at all yet, I think I'm going to attempt some lily pads and maybe some other floating stuff in my red lake. Have some ideas, and I just need to play with them. Can use a toothpick to put paint on flowers. Interesting. Heck yeah, thanks for the tips. I'm gonna have to check this stuff out. Q-tips. Q-tips. Thanks, Mocked. Have a great day, Gibson. Alrighty. Yeah. A little lily pad action. This is yellow green crafters collection. Not the same as this other stuff we have, but it is. Ooh, that's not where I want it. Too late. Too late. I've already put it there. Maybe I can move it with my brush. Anyways, I don't really think that that's probably want to darken that. I'm going to put Viridian 0619 on top of that yellow green. See what happens. Although I will say that Crafters collection is less quality than this other stuff I'm using for sure. It's less thick. You can feel the difference and see the difference. So I'm curious what happens when I put them both together. I wonder if that's a bad idea. Probably not. Probably doesn't matter. I get to do whatever I want. I tell you what comes out is a wonderful lily pad color. And I'm pretty sure lily pad's kind of like, maybe I should pull one up before I make mistakes. Happy little mistakes here. Yeah. So honestly, I think what I want to do here is Kate Murphy says, watching you paint lowers my stress levels. I'm so glad to hear that. I am so glad to hear that. I tell you what, I try to maintain a as stress-free environment as possible for myself personally, for my own safety and mental health. So Maybe it's just rubbing off on you a little bit. You can feel it. You can feel all the calmness over here. Because that's what we've got going on. We've got a bunch of calm stuff over here. I just made some rice. I'm gonna have rice, beans, and beef later. Because just because I'm creative here doesn't mean I have to be creative with everything I do. I can just throw some beef, beans, and rice together and call it a meal. And in fact, I plan to. Oh no, I'm already regretting the stroke. Actually, that was the best stroke all day. It has like a little string of the green white all by itself. Not mad at it. Kind of cool looking. Wish I could do that on purpose. Maybe I'll have to start trying. All right, so now I do want to do more to the lake. But again, I'm not certain exactly what to do. I don't want to put so many lily pads. I mean that's another idea. I have so many ideas about the lake. I just go back and forth. I'm gonna move this over here a little bit so I can lounge. Um, I have so many ideas about it that I go back and forth frequently. So I think we just don't rush it. We just kind of, as we get solid on our ideas, we keep adding them, like the lily pads. I really liked that. One of the ideas I just had was, what if I put so many lily pads on there that you could only see through in certain spots, and I got to decide which spots those were, and I think that's not a terrible idea. Not committed though, because then I'm covering up this beautiful eye that I've painted. Um, Definitely feel like more than 5 lily pads is probably what I'm going to go for, right? But I want to decide which direction I'm going with it before I just start putting them on there willy-nilly. These are nicely placed, even if this light isn't working very well. So other than that, I still feel like there's more to do with the eye. I definitely want to try and put a little guy right here. Like you'll probably see like the top of his head, and his posture is going to be like this, right? There's not going to be a whole lot. I'm not going to be able to put a lot of details because of the size of that area. I left that area smaller than I wanted to, and I'm not going to redo this whole swing and whatever. We're gonna roll with it, right? So I'm gonna try and put like a little itty bitty Naruto right there. So you'll probably see his hair and his headband, and maybe his legs, his little danglies. Um, and then I also feel like now that we're talking about it, there's the sky still. There's like empty space here, which is fine. But we could put stuff there. I don't have to fill every single bit of space, but it should feel balanced. And I mean, it's already a little wonky, right? This painting is doesn't conform to the laws of physics as we know them, which is fine. So I'm not going to worry about this stuff too much, but just ideas, right? Just thoughts I'm having. I might put some more stuff in the sky. It might just be as far as shading and like getting some more. Like maybe I'll come back with the pink a second time so that it shows up a little bit more because right now it's real faint. Who knows? At least a Naruto, at least more lakeage. And we could even put like a road in here. I don't know if we need to put a road in here, but I've thought about putting a road through the grass multiple times. Maybe something like that. I'm not sure. Hmm. Hmm. Thanks, Scooby. That means a lot coming from you. I appreciate that. A path would work, right? There's really no. I feel like I could put a path on anything, right? And honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, inconsistencies abound. The lightning is never, not even once, yellow in Naruto, I don't think. Not that this is supposed to be Naruto. That was like a on the fly decision I made. I was like, oh, I'm gonna make that. I'm gonna make the lake look like that, right? But if it was a Naruto painting, I feel like the lightning should be blue or purple. Definitely not yellow. But it is what it is. I really like. We learned a lot with making that lightning, and the clouds turned out a lot better than I intended, or that I thought they would. What's going on, Flick? Good to see you. Take a little water break while I ponder this. My wig's in my mouth. Yum. You know, I might have to sleep on it. Tomorrow is an official paint day, so maybe we'll just call this an impromptu short paint sesh. Hit that like, subscribe, and the bell for notifications if you like what we do here. It certainly makes a big difference. And hey, it was really good to see you guys today. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go do something. Maybe it's time to go exercise, but I'm gonna call it for today. Hope you guys have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you tomorrow morning. Captain Calhoun out. This has been the Lifeboat. Captain Calhoun's Bob Ross Hour. We'll see you later.